adrenaline pumping through my veins, can't relax. Original, I am not the same as these cats. I sting them if they never ever mind and they beeswax. I don't ever cap, but I'm wearing like 3 hats. Never been a rat, but I know where the cheese at. You'll never get a trophy cause they all here where we at. You better believe that. When it's all said and done, I'll still be here standing. Never took a loss and it ain't something that I'm planning. I dare you to say something, my focus is A1. Every dog has its day, it's been mine since day one. This is real grinding, I'm still climbing. While you still trying, I'm still shining. It's real blinding, and I'm getting hotter too. Talking top 2, I'm not a 2. You let the pressure bother you and I do what I gotta do. Let's go hard.
Coming close to me, flow is on atomic, I'm starting fires through poetry. The hardest out, staying loyal, no falling out. And if you step into the court, be ready, we balling out. Yeah, the coldest of teens, they know what we bring, don't try us. They know in between, we go for these dreams in silence. Hard work, don't mistake it for magic. We been shooting in the gym, this is target and practice. Yeah. And I'm just getting started, getting feet wet. It's all in repetition, ain't a secret. All facts, all black dress code. Pay me my respect, collecting every debt.
I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coomera Indoor Sports Centre and the CBSQ Sophomore Grand Final Series as we get things underway here in our Boys Division 1 gold medal match between Marsden State High and Brisbane State High. It's almost like a little bit of deja vu happening with these two schools. It always seems to be any time there's a school tournament here in Queensland, it is these two teams coming up against each other, and two very, very strong basketball squads about to take court here in our sophomore championships. Let's get things underway. My name is Regan Baker from the Stream team, and I am joined, as always, by one of Australia's most renowned basketball podcasters, Mr. Mal Crawford. Mal, huge match coming up right now.
Yeah, definitely is, and mate, those intros for me only get better and better every time I hear them. They're great. Look, Brisbane State High, third CBSQ, and their third boys final. They've made all three. The difference for them here today is no TSS. Marsden's made the big show this time round. As you said, it's happened many times before where these two teams have played. But Brisbane State High looking to take this one home. Southport School have taken home the other two, so there he is, the big fella, Tupou.
Yeah, and straight away, State High going to start things strong early on, taking the lead 2-0 on a great bucket early.
And he's a 20-plus points per game guy, Tupou, so far this tournament. He's played really well coming into this one. Marsden, they spread the ball around a bit more. They do it more through numbers. Look for Tupou to have a big game here for Brisbane if they're going to take home this gold medal.
"13 seconds on the shot clock here for State High on the out-of-bounds possession. Marsden defense nice and tight. Stops that first three. The second one is on, though. That's off the front of the rim. Cleaned up nicely there by Kobe Fata. As Marsden go coast to coast and roll that one down. Brilliant second bucket there for Dante Facilia. State High not able to get that one to fall. Does take the contact and will go to the line for a couple of free throws, though. That one goes against Dante as well, so that'll be his first personal foul and first foul of the game.
Nice simple pair of GTs, black and white colourway, nothing too fancy.
You and your sneaker knowledge.
Spoiler, it's actually pretty light compared to others, trust me. Trust me.
Hey, mate.
It's a rabbit hole you don't necessarily want to go down there.
Every single time we jump on comms together, you've got something to say about a pair of sneakers somewhere. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a pretty good sneaker knowledge. Turnover here from Marsden State High. Brisbane doing a great job of just getting in front, playing good defense, forcing that loose ball off the foot of Marsden. So they're going to go on the attack again. They're down one early here in this first quarter.
If there's a pair of shoes out there today I want to see on the court, it's Callum Bell's for Brisbane State. He's rocking a gorgeous pair of pink lemonades, Jason Tatum ones. They are stunning. If you see here, when he checks into the game, you will know him straight away from the gorgeousness of those shoes. You won't need to question it. You'll be like, that's Callum Bell right there.
I'll stick with my $23 Kmart shoes, thanks.
The volleys it is.
Yeah. Marsden State High, three ball is up and down. Great triple there for Marsden State High. Kobe Fata adding another couple to his tally and to Marsden's tally. They now lead 7-3. State High left wide open deep on the three-point line. That one is off, though, from Clarick. Marsden State High tries to go cross-court with that pass, but Dante Fasasila just couldn't quite get there and loses that one out of bounds. State High going to be let to brought the ball over halfway relatively easily there before setting up the offense here at the top of the three. Looks to try and get 2 feet in the paint, splits the defense, great finish, gets the bucket. State High adding a couple more to their tally, Asher San Jose for 2.
Strong handles on the young fella. There's a couple of names we're going to recognise here from Brisbane State High over the last couple of weeks. Well, lots of strong basketball families here represented across all three CBSQs.
Another 2 there for Marsden. Takes the advantage back up to 4 here. 9-5, just over 3 minutes through this first quarter. As we see State High, 2 feet in the paint, fires a nice bucket there, and Elijah Tupou adds another one there to his tally. Marsden very quick to respond though, 2 feet in the paint. The big fella's swatted up high, and State High on the move now. Plenty of space down the court, finishes that one. 2 more for Brisbane State High, and a great finish there from Ollie Johnson. Made it look all too easy. He got the rejection down one end, sent his man on the run, got it down the other as well, but Marsden on that occasion adding 2 more to their tally. They're at 11. State High dance their way into the keyway. That one's no good there from Ollie Johnson. There is a foul on the play though. That one's going to go against Fasasilla. Picks up his 2nd personal foul. State High, easy inbounds possession here, straight to that 3-point play. It's off the back of the rim though from Clarick. Do get the offensive rebound though, and Tupou is swatted up high. Great defense there from Trey Dombrowski.
Nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it the second time around. I got there eventually. But brilliant play down both ends of the floor. 9-11 the score. It's been an impressive match so far, and we'll just have a look at that play from State High here again. The big fella got down inside, huge swat and block up high, and then the full court play there as well. Picked it up cleanly, put it down for 2. But now, both teams playing a really great game so far, and right now, what do you think it's going to be that separates these 2 sides?
Look, don't be surprised if 3-point shooting is what separates both these teams. Both these teams have shown already they're willing to go inside, and they've also shown, especially Brisbane State High, willingness to shoot the 3-ball. Not a whole lot of success from range thus far from Brisbane State High. In fact, they've had a couple of really clanky misses, but if either team can catch fire from range, it'll just give them so much more space inside the paint where both teams want to be. They want to get inside, finish close to the rim. Classic boys team style. You know, want to get up, slap some backboard, grab some ring, all that kind of stuff, and finish strong inside. You see Ollie Johnson trying to do that now. Unable to, and Marsden come away with it once more. That's going to be a double dribble.
Double dribble there. He thought he got away with it for a second there, but referee Caitlin Hornsey very, very quick on that one. So Fasasilla turning the ball over here from Marsden State High is Brisbane State High now. Look to attack again and see if they can get a lead for the first time here in this match. And a huge triple there for State High. Big bucket. Take the lead here for the first time in this match.
Lincoln Chang splashing that one from range. Tupou almost.
See what Marsden can respond with. They look to go down low. Great handoff. Couldn't quite get his hands to it though. Marsden turning that ball over. 3-ball now. That one's off to the side of the rim. State High recover, get the rebound. He's got a man up the floor. Plenty of space. A lot of contact on that one. Takes the foul, and he'll go to the line for a couple of free throws.
Yeah, it looked like there was a cheeky shot clock or reset possibly in there, but Marsden either deliberately or otherwise threw up a 3-ball which came down. So, as always, ball don't lie when it needs to. Johnson for 3. Oh, almost. Needed everything to help, but almost went down.
Marsden State High now look to attack inside. Brilliant defense there from Ollie Johnson. Forces the turnover from Marsden.
Yeah, Kobe Farter just couldn't live with the defensive pressure and lost the handle there. Wanted the call, but none was forthcoming.
And an easy drive there for Brisbane State High, and Tupou goes inside. Makes the easy layup and takes the advantage now to 3 for State High. Marsden look quick to respond. First opportunity is a no-go. Let's see what they can do with the second. Some Dombrowski kicks it out to the wing. Wing 3, that's off. Chapman unable to convert, but great rebound from Dombrowski. Couldn't get that one to fall either, but will go to the line for a couple of freebies. So right now, Brisbane State High just needs to do a little bit better in crashing those rebounds and actually pull some D-boards, because Marsden State High are getting a lot of second chance opportunities.
Yeah, and Dombrowski might be wearing those soft pink KDs, but there was nothing too soft about the way he forced his way through the paint. It was pretty aggressive, and that's going to have to be matched by Brisbane State High inside the paint.
He was unable to convert on that first free throw there. Second one looks a lot nicer. That one does go down, closes the gap to 2. State High now look to set up the offense just over the halfway line. Dombrowski gets the steal from Tupou, kicks it back, and now they're going to go on the move. Plenty of space up the floor, finds the long pass, and that goes down for Blake Chapman. Brilliant play from Marsden State High to close it to a 14-all match here with 2 minutes to play in the first. Long shot there from Cressini, doesn't land for State High. Marsden now with a chance to regain the lead. Brilliant crossover, broke the ankles of Aki.
Don't know about broke, but slight sprain. Slight sprain.
Tweaked it.
And, of course, the age-old question, does it count if the basket goes in? I say no. I say no.
Long John there for Ollie Johnson. That one doesn't go down. Marsden State High, loose ball. That one ends up out of bounds, but Marsden will retain the possession.
Yeah, all tied up with under a minute 20 left. Solid opening from both teams here. This is what we'd like to see.
Yeah, absolutely. We had it in our girls' gold medal match just before as well. The end of the first quarter, pretty sure it was 20 all or something along those lines. So it was a very close one early on as well. So great to see the teams coming through into these gold medal matches nice and tightly locked as there's a foul on the court. So Marsden pick up their 4th team foul, State High to inbound it. Roughly a minute to play here. Tupou, dribble handoff. Ball moves around now to San Jose. Finds a man inside. Shot is up, shot is down. Huge plays here from Brisbane State High as they take the 2-point advantage late in this first quarter. We'll have a look at that one again. You just saw that nice fake there from San Jose and the handoff underneath. Brilliant finish from Johnson for the 3-point play. So he steps up to the line now for the and one. A little bit strong there on the extra shot, but Tupou is there for the offensive rebound. His shot is off as well, but again, another offensive rebound for State High. They go inside again. Johnson can't land that one. Rebounds here now for Marsden. 30 seconds to play. They look to go on the attack. Chapman has it. Just pulls it back up now, kicks it back to the top of the 3-point line. Dombrowski hands it off. So we see Marsden just looking to set up that offense. They want one more good shot here to close out this first quarter. Great defense from State High. Marsden going to have to take a rushed one here. They're running out of time. 4 seconds to play. Chapman through contact. That one rolls out. Offensive rebound. Fires one away, but it doesn't go down. Unlucky there for Marsden. 16-14. It's a 2-point advantage going into the first break. And Mal, it is a hot match here in Coomera Indoor Sports Centre. Both teams playing a fantastic game.
Yeah, look, absolute hustle here from both teams. Do have to love the energy that Brisbane State High showed on that last basket. Like, the basket itself was, wasn't too spicy, but the reaction from Brisbane State High, realizing what that basket means in that moment, stretching it out to 2-point lead for them, really shows they're dialed in, they're focused on the game, they're hyped, and they're ready to go here. And look, Marsden haven't necessarily brought that same energy on the wins, but they're bringing the energy everywhere else on the court.
Yeah, 100%. And realistically, both these teams are locked in a hot contest here at the moment. Yes, sure, Brisbane stayed high in the lead by 2, but Marsden are really bringing the energy, and it's going to be a tight contest the whole way through. You know, when you got the likes of, for Marsden, you know, Dante Fasasila playing a really fantastic game. Trey Dombrowski also doing a really great job, as is Chapman. You know, it really can go either way here in this match as we get things underway here in the second quarter. State High, you know, doing a really good job so far as well. Obviously, Ollie Johnson, Elijah Tupou playing a really great game and leading the charge for Brisbane State High. Offensive foul to open things up here in the second quarter. So not a great start for Marsden.
No, and Brisbane State High still bringing that energy, and positive things are happening. Their entire bench is up, making noise, and then after not too long, sitting back down, making sure they're not getting a tech foul, which could come late at a really inopportune time.
Well, Brisbane State High unable to make a bucket there on their first attack in this second quarter. Marsden now just moving the ball around, just trying to set up their offense, looking for an opportunity. 2 feet in the paint, fires that one to the back of the iron. Johnson gets the rebound, hands it off to Tupou. So State High going to go on the attack once again.
Tupou at the top, just letting the screen come. Both defenders stick with him though. Obviously Marsden's seen the scout. Tupou is an absolute weapon. And so is this young man, Cressini. I've seen him bouncing all over the place, jumping on the floor, chasing, trying to track things down, giving high energy, bringing it for Brisbane right now.
Yeah, well, takes the lead up to 15 for State High early here in this second quarter. Marsden will be very quick to respond, I'm sure. Open 3 in the corner for them as well. And another big bucket here for Marsden State High. Corner 3 hit nothing but the bottom of the net.
Back to a 2-point game. Ollie travels, says referee T. Pratt.
Yeah, unlucky there for Brisbane State High. Gap back at 2. So some substitutions down both ends of the floor, getting those fresh legs out onto the court. As Marsden State High look to close things down even further, or even take the lead here in this second quarter.
Cressini's going to pick up that foul for Brisbane. That'll be his first. Coach Jake Allen from Marsden wants it to be a shooting foul. He picked up the ball, he's saying. Referees disagree. It's Marsden ball from the base. Be on the baseline. Another foul here for Brisbane. That one's on Ty Curl. Marsden now. Trying to back down. San Jose. Can't get it to drop. Simpson inside. Touch down the rebound. Marsden get it back though and finish at the rim. Kobe Fata.
Yeah, locks it away. 19 points apiece. And 2 minutes through this second quarter, State High. Ollie Johnson, turnaround jump shot from the elbow. Can't land that one. Tupou does get the offensive rebound though and sets things up again here for State High. Long 2, that one's off for Tupou. Rebounded underneath by Marsden State High. They're going to go on the attack now. Strong drive through the key. Ollie Johnson picks up a foul. It was a nice attack. Strong drive down the center of the floor there. Kobe Fata going to go to the line for a couple of free throws.
Yeah, aggressively throwing himself into the situation, but that's what you've got to do in these gold medal games. Self-preservation goes out the window. Mind you, at this age, these boys are made out of what? Elastic and magic. Like, they just seem to bounce back from almost anything.
Yeah, mate, I get the slightest bump and end up on the ground. It's about a 4.5 week recovery at my age. So it's always good fun to come and watch these sophomore tournaments because, yeah, like you said, they just bounce off the floor, they get up. It's very hard to get hurt at a young age, I've decided. Out of bounds play now for Brisbane State High. They trail by 1. Marsden just taking the lead again here in this second quarter as Tupou looks to reset on the outskirts of the three-point line. Tight defense, forces the ball into the corner. 3 ball is up. Had to fire that one with 2 seconds on the shot clock. It bounced off, and Marsden go on the attack now after that defensive rebound. Nice work underneath. Marsden State High adding 2 more to the tally. The advantage is up to 3. Tupou tried to turn on the Jets, has to pull back, fires a Jimmy still. That one was a little bit off. Marsden State High now again looking to attack through Chapman. Chapman fires. Chapman lands the bucket, and 1 play to come. What a finish through some pretty hectic traffic. We'll take a look at that one again. You sort of see Chapman, a little bit of loss of control early on, but fires his way through, hits the deck, but still makes the bucket. Impressive performance there from Blake Chapman.
Yeah, got a little bit of space from the defender and then just aggressively went back towards it, drew the contact, but finished throughout the contact as well. And obviously it always looks finished when the ball looks good when the ball goes through the hoop and you're able to do that slide backwards on the ground, especially when we can go to a replay like that. But, that's just the amazing job that Stream Team AU does, right, mate?
Oh, yeah, look, we do our best, that's for sure. It always helps as well. Like, it's always great coming to these tournaments and being able to have, replays and highlights and sort of relive those moments because, it's so important for the kids to be able to go back and look at their game and for coaches as well, just from an analysis perspective. So, it is great that we're able to bring these tournaments to you guys live and free on YouTube. So a huge thank you, of course, to Basketball Queensland for facilitating this live stream on their channel, completely free, so that you can log in and watch with us. It's an impressive match so far, 19-24, the advantage at the moment for Marsden State High, but still plenty of time left to go in this one.
As we see Chapman heading to the free throw line. 1 to come from that earlier contact.
And my apologies, my score is actually off. It's 18-24. Turns out the scoreboard in the venue has a broken pixel. But it definitely...
Yes, there are 2 broken little LED lights on there, so yes.
I'm trying to control the live stream while commentate and make sure everything is correct, and I did not even miss that pixel was broken. So my apologies. The score is 18-25. We're about 4 minutes through this second quarter, and things are still nice and close. Marsden have started to build themselves a little bit of an advantage here after State High had themselves up by as much as 3 not that long ago. Marsden have really fought back well to get up by 8. As we see now Elijah Tupou at the line for a couple of freebies. That first one just rims its way out. Second one looks good and does go cleanly. Now it's 19 for Brisbane State High.
Yeah, Tupou did a rather interesting choice there. Dribbled into the triple team, but was fouled, so headed up to that free throw line.
Chapman kicks it back to Dombrowski. A lot of traffic in there, and he gets called for the charge. Tries to fight his way through, but a lot of contact underneath and picks up the offensive foul. Unfortunate there for the big fella. He did a really great job to get into position underneath, but just a little bit too much contact with dropping that shoulder on his way through. He picks up another personal. Swat up high here from Marsden. Great job, Blake Chapman. They get the steal as well. Marsden push it through. Contact up high. Tupou ends up with the ball. It's back and forth at the moment as Elijah Tupou rims that one off the side of the ring. And now Marsden go on the attack. Chapman, that one's off as well. It's a seesawing affair now, but in the wrong way because both teams are missing.
Yeah, it's going back and forth with just misses or misconnects on both ends, and that's continuing now. And this is going to have a really interesting effect on our fourth quarter as both these teams expending absolutely every ounce of energy they've got to get back, which is great to see. But again, another miss. Marsden come down with it though. Can they actually get a basket? They can.
Yeah, finally one goes down. Blake Chapman putting his body on the line once again, hitting the deck. 27-19 now the lead, an 8-point advantage for Marsden State High. As we see Elijah Tupou, Jimmy from the free throw line. That's off. Dombrowski with the rebound. Kicks it through to his ball carrier, Fata. got numbers up the floor. They go inside. That one bounces off.
Always tough when you want to just swat that thing out of there, and unfortunately sometimes it just goes straight to the opposition.
4 seconds on the shot clock. Marsden still with it. They need to fire one here. Kobe Fata on the buzzer. 3. Huge bucket to take it to a double-digit advantage now for Marsden State High.
Absolutely massive as the shot clock was expiring. Great job from Fata.
Yes, Brisbane State High looking in a little bit of trouble here. Down 11, travel underneath as well. That bucket is waved away. Very unfortunate there for Cressini. Did a great job to get 2 feet in the paint, but it was even better defense by Marsden to force the turnover.
Marsden doing a really solid job here to close the half. Brisbane State High going to have to bring some energy. Really
first shot short. Great hustle on the putback. Didn't make the first, but he pulled his own offensive rebound.
Back-to-back travels inside the paint.
Yeah, my apologies. I thought he got called. I thought there was a foul, and I was like, go, big fella. But yeah, unfortunately, pulled his own offensive rebound and shuffled his feet on the way back through. See, Ollie Johnson puts 2 down for Brisbane State High, closes the gap back down to single digits. Chapman now for Marsden. Nice behind the back crossover. Fires it short into the rim though. Johnson, easy rebound for Brisbane State High as Elijah Tupou now looks to try and get 2 feet in the paint. Great defense from Dombrowski though. Forces him to kick it back to the wing. Alexander Clarick fires the 3. That's off and it's knocked out of bounds by Ollie Johnson.
It's going to be Marsden going to the last minute 20. Really crucial time for Brisbane. They're going to want to go into this half with less than 9 points to disadvantage going into the half. So they don't have to eat all the way back. That's just silly. But if they can have a couple of positive possessions like that one, forcing the turnover. Now, if they can get a score off this and just build momentum going into the half, that's going to be crucial for them.
Well, the turnover from Marsden State High certainly helps Brisbane's campaign to fight their way back into this one. It's 21 plays 30, 1 minute to play here in this first half. See what they can do here as San Jose gets it downstairs to Johnson. Johnson fights through traffic underneath, a nice finger roll off the glass for the 2. Takes them to 23.
Johnson's had a really good game here today. Obviously, Tupou's getting a lot of the defensive pressure, but that's allowing Johnson to go to work and really make some things happen inside for Brisbane.
Oh, nice step through, but swatted away from behind. Great block there from Johnson. And a timeout now for Marsden State High. They're going to want to go to the bench and talk about it here with 27 seconds to play in the first half. They lead 30-23. And Mal, what do you think they'll be drawing up with this timeout?
Look, probably a corner 3 ball. That's corner 3 ball or something inside. Get the bigs inside moving. The problem you've got if you're Marsden at the moment, you've got obviously Tupou to worry about, but as you just saw, you've got Johnson who can really close in that short space and swat things out of the way as well. So, look, it'll be interesting to see what exactly they do come up with. Probably screen rolling inside or something to open up for the outside is what I would say. And then, yeah, look, Marsden's going to have to hustle back because the fact that Marsden have had to call this timeout has really lifted Brisbane State High once again. So they've gone into that timeout with a lot of energy. What can Marsden do now that the ball's literally about to be in their hands?
Yeah, well, 6 seconds on the shot clock, so not a lot of time for Marsden State High to try and pull off a shot here. We'll see what was drawn up and whether it pans out for them in just a second. They lead by 7 coming into the half. What can they do here? State High, great defense, gets the turnover straight away. That is definitely not what Marsden would have wanted out of that timeout. So brilliant defense to Brisbane State High to force the steal, and now they'll hold possibly for the last shot of the quarter if they don't turn it over. They manage to recover. Ollie Johnson fires through a lot of traffic. Probably not the shot that Brisbane State High would have wanted. Through 3 sets of defenders, all in great defending position, and forces the turnover. So Marsden with 6 seconds will get the final shot. No, they turn it over as well. No, they don't. Close.
Close. 3.7 seconds, ball from the side, no timeout. Look for a quick one. No, scratch that. Timeout is coming.
Well, he's got a spare one up his shoulder, up his sleeve. So why not take it? 3 seconds to play. Time to draw up another play and see what they can do with their final shot of the half. In the advantage by 7. And State High, look, they're playing a pretty good defensive game so far, and we saw them get the stop on the last out-of-bounds possession. So for them, it is very much going to be just focusing on, A, most importantly, not fouling, but B, also just protecting underneath as well. If Marsden comes away with a 3 here to close out the half, you're probably okay with that. The last thing that you want is an inbound possession that either sees the ball go straight over the top of everyone into the paint for a bucket underneath, or a move where it comes out to the 3, screen is set up high, opening up that lane down the center. So, you know, Brisbane just needs to stay aware. They need to stay on their man and see what Marsden comes out with.
Yeah, and look, we're in a little bit of an elevated position, so we're able to look down into each of the coaches' boxes, look for a close side 3 here to camera side. Look like what they were looking to draw up in that Marsden huddle.
Well, ball's coming in from Chapman, and that is exactly what they're going to do. He's going to have to settle for a deep 2. That one is off. It was great defense from Brisbane State High. They didn't pick up the foul. They stopped the shot. It was a nice play that was drawn up from Marsden State High, but unfortunately it didn't pan out for them on that occasion.
No, and look, you know, they were coming into that half-time. It was 9. They were deficit with 9 points back with about a minute to play. They didn't allow Marsden to score for that entire minute, and they were able to eat into that deficit, and now they're only behind by 7 with some defensive confidence going into the half. So pluses there for Brisbane, but as well, Marsden have the lead, so they're going to be pretty confident on the other side as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that is the halftime break, so we'll leave you with some highlights while we take a quick breather and grab a drink. We'll be back in just a moment with the second half of action here at CBSQ Sophomore in the Boys Division 1 Grand Final.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Yeah. Oh yeah, the beast back. Adrenaline pumping through my veins, can't relax. Original, I am not the same as these cats. I sting them if they never ever mind and they beeswax. I don't ever cap, but I'm wearing like 3 hats. Never been a rat, but I know where the cheese at. You'll never get a trophy cause they all here where we at. You better believe that. When it's all said and done, I'll still be here standing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of the CBSQ Sophomore Boys Division 1 gold medal match. It's Brisbane State High with the first run at the bucket here in the second half, and they instantly go to work underneath with a nice little layup to open the scoring. They trail by 5 to Marsden. Oof, that is going to help their case though. Marsden State High, a huge triple to open their account here in the second half. Kobe Fata. At Brisbane State High, now it's just bucket for bucket here. We haven't even played 30 seconds yet, and already we've got 3 baskets on the board.
Yeah, aggressive, love it. Fantastic to see, and it's great to see Elijah Tupou getting out there and pushing. That's what Brisbane State High need him to do throughout this second half. If they're going to really push this thing and win it, they need him to be a massive offensive threat so that everyone else gets that little bit of extra space. Because they're Marsden's probably going to send the double team and really overpressure him, but he needs to step up and just shake it off as best he can and be the strong, dominant offensive player he's been all tournament.
Fata with the handoff. There's a foul on it first though. That's going to go against Lincoln Cheng. So he picks up his first personal foul and the first for the team for the half as well. So Kobe Fata, fresh 14 seconds on the clock. Passes that one in from the baseline. Chapman kind of uncoordinatingly jumps his way through the keyway. Can't land the shot. Does manage to get his own offensive rebound though. Dombrowski now kicks it back down to Chapman. Tried the shot fake, decides to drive instead. 3 seconds now to fire. They're going to have to do something. Fata with the 3. Huge bucket. Marsden State High. Kobe Fata is a shooter.
Yeah, and he's feeling it. Tupou tries to give himself room, unable to do so. And Dombrowski just closes that gap and gets a hand on that ball.
Yeah, fantastic plays here from State High.
Tupou ends up with it.
He's got Dombrowski on him. Screen is set high by Johnson. Help defense steps across. Brisbane State High. Clarick steps into a 3, but that was well off.
Yeah, good stuff from the bench. Those at least a couple of players and coaching staff all saying, "Come on, mate, you're better than that. You're good. Shake it off. Let's keep rolling." Every member is getting some that is on the court for Brisbane, getting some confidence from their bench. You love to see that stuff.
Fata fade away. That one doesn't land. Foul down low. Basket waved away. Gets called against San Jose for State High. It's going to be on the baseline as well. So Kobe Fata just stepping down. He'll be the inbounds passer here. 14 seconds on the shot clock. You see Blake Chapman setting up the offense at the top of the 3. Kicks it through to Dombrowski. Great defense from behind there. Clarick swatting that one away. 5 seconds now to shoot, but a travel underneath. Unfortunate there for Fasasila as he gets called for the turnover.
Yeah, Clarick doing a good job there defensively. No good deed goes unpunished. He's immediately subbed out, but after missing that 3 ball earlier, could have let his head drop, decided to really get stuck into the defensive end and forced a turnover from Marsden. So helped out his team on the other end, squared the ledger, and gets himself a well-earned rest.
Nice drive through the key there. That one rolls off the rim though. So Brisbane State High now, another opportunity to try and close this gap. It's 28-36. Can't land that one either though. Johnson really tries to get the rebound. Can't land it though. Marsden comes up with it. There's space down the floor. Chapman over the top of traffic, puts it down. What a bucket from Blake Chapman.
Yeah, he rocketed off the ground there. There's Kobe 4. Protos he's wearing, the GGs. Delightful shoes. A bit overcooked on that one from Fata.
Substitutions for Marsden as Rico Wells checks in. Dante Fasasilla has his pocket picked, but they get it straight back again. Brisbane stayed high, turning it over. Shot there from Fata, doesn't land. Gets his own rebound though, kicks it to Dombrowski. Dombrowski, they lose it, they get it back again. Fata ends up putting it away. It wasn't pretty for Marsden stayed high, but they did eventually get the bucket. 28-40 now the advantage. Brisbane stayed high, call the timeout, they trail by 12.
Yeah, look, really scrappy play there from both teams. Brisbane just definitely felt like they were absolutely hustling and just treading water, doing everything they could. It felt like Marsden was just always there and relentless. Hence why you see Brett Susi really stepping in aggressively, desperately trying to relieve with that pressure valve time out there for his team. Speaking of Brett Susi, he is rocking those Travis Scott Mocha ones. They are an absolutely stunning pair of shoes. But more back to what his team needs.
you and your sneakers.
They are gorgeous. They are stunning. The Mocha ones, they are absolutely stunning. Anyway, just needed to, like, Brisbane, they were just in a situation where they couldn't relieve that pressure. And Marsden just kept building it and building it. That timeout allows them that moment. Take a deep breath, have a reset. Yes, they don't have the ball, but they can defensively reset and go again with a clear mindset and a deep breath.
Well, no one's going to play defense on Dombrowski, so he's just going to casually go, well, you know what? I'm going to take that long shot, and he hits the deep two to really make them pay for it.
Ironically, he's wearing KDs, and his toe was on the line, so...
But defensively, Brisbane stayed high, need to be a little bit better than that. Offensively, that is exactly what they want to see. Ollie Johnson getting underneath and putting that one away. But, you know, defensively, you can't give Dombrowski that much space without getting a hand to his face. As we see stayed high now, stitching a couple of plays together. That one rims out, though. Unfortunate for Chang. It was a really great job down one end, but unfortunately got the unfriendly bounce down the other.
Yeah, always tough when you got two defenders trailing you and they're bigger than you. So that idea that they're right there and they're coming and the defense is coming, you don't want to. He took a deep breath, tried the fake, but unable to finish, unfortunately.
Well, stayed high, another opportunity now. Johnson this time. Swatted up high, gets his own rebound though, pushes his way through, fires that one at the rim. That doesn't land. Dombrowski had it. It's 2-on-2 up the floor. Fata, brilliant defense from San Jose. They get the steal, and now it's Cressini.
Here's it to Tupou for a half a breath reset and then drives aggressively to the paint. He's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, oh look, it's all happening here in this match, and it's so physical down both ends of the floor. You know, you got bodies hitting the deck, you got bodies hitting bodies. Both teams are really wanting to come away with that gold medal and leaving absolutely nothing behind.
Yeah, look, and Brisbane at the moment, like they're 12 points down, they're staring down the barrel of, across all three CBSQ tournaments, they're staring down the barrel of 3 silver medals on the boys' side. So, you know, they're here, they want to win this thing, they're fighting, they're giving it everything. Marsden just at the moment winning on the scoreboard.
Yeah, 31-42. It's an 11-point advantage for Marsden State High as that one rattles around and out of bounds, which is exactly what Brisbane State High wanted to see. What about?
San Jose brings it up. Brisbane State High. Inside. Johnson goes to work, tips it loose. Inside, Philly gets it up, can't get it to go. It's going to be Brisbane State High ball from the baseline once more. And Cassini's going to chuck it back in to get us back underway. No, apologise, Chang instead.
Cressini hands it off back to Chang. Chang for 3, it's strong and hits the back of the rim. Marsden State High, pretty easy defensive rebound on that occasion as Ashton Crozier hands it off. Fata now steps through. That one doesn't land. Johnson with the rebound for Brisbane State High. Chang has 2 defenders on him, goes through, fires that one away. It's a little bit strong though, so Marsden just continue to maintain this 11-point advantage. And right now, Brisbane State High doing a really good job of putting on the defensive pressure and getting the stops. Another perfect example, but they need to be able to convert. Can Elijah Tupou do it? Tries to push his way through 2 defenders and gets called for the foul, so that's going to help.
Yeah, and I don't mind that from Tupou. Obviously, he is the bigger body. We talked about it earlier. Really need him to step up. Chang was out on the 3-point line, was open, but the fact he's able to get to the free throw line, you know, that is a positive result for Brisbane. Drawing the foul, misses the first, but is driving in and trying to finish those plays. So.
Yeah, it's been a little bit quiet here in this sort of second half so far. He had a really dominant first quarter in particular. Did do quite a lot in the second as well, but it has been a little bit quieter than what we'd expect from him here in this third. So great to see him attacking the rim, as you said, Mal, and just want to continue to see a little bit of performance out of him here in this third and fourth quarter to come. Marsden State High, though, attacking underneath, and Trey Dombrowski adds another 2 for Marsden State High as the lead extends back up to 12. Just over a minute to play here in this third quarter. See Brisbane State High kick it through to the corner for Chang. Chang drives through the key and puts one down for 2. Closes that gap back to 10, and right now it is all about defensive pressure from Brisbane State High. They need to get this lead down into single digits leading into that final quarter. Marsden continue to move the ball well. Shot fake into the corner, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Great defense from San Jose. Dombrowski gets the offensive rebound, goes through Johnson, fires it, but couldn't get the friendly roll off the rim to make it an and 1 possession, but will go to the line for a couple of freebies.
Yeah, and he's been strong inside the paint, tracking down those rebounds, both on the offensive end and defensive end. Working hard inside, pretty much from the tip. He's been getting in there and getting after it, and it's been exactly what Marsden have needed from him. He hasn't shied away from that inside hard contact all game and continues to reap the benefits of it.
Well, the first one goes down cleanly for Trey Dombrowski. Typically a very good free throw shooter. Second one looks good as well, and that hits the bottom of the net. So the lead back up to 12 now for Marsden State High. See Tupou in control of the offense at the moment for Brisbane. Fires that one off the back of the iron. They do manage to get the offensive rebound though. Tupou goes again. Johnson has his pocket picked by Blake Chapman up high. Chapman tries to go through, but he's fouled. So that's going to go against Ollie Johnson. He picks up another. That'll be his second personal foul. 20 seconds left to play here for Marsden State High. There is still a chance for Brisbane to take one final shot in this quarter. Jimmy from the free throw line. That one goes down for Kobe Fata. Brisbane State High have time to get one away here. They go through. San Jose, that one doesn't land. Great hand on the ball from Marsden State High to close out quarter number 3. They go into the break up 14, and Mal, you'd have to think it's going to be a very challenging fourth quarter here for Brisbane.
Yeah, look, they're going to have to bring the energy, lift those heads right back up. Their bench has been a little bit quiet. To be fair, you know, there hasn't been a whole lot of necessarily really openly positive things for their bench to get up and get around. But yeah, they're going to really need to lift. They're going to have to keep working that ball inside. You know, Johnson and Tupou are going to have to be aggressive in there. They're also going to have to really start to open things up on the outside as well. Really put the hands, excuse me, in your Changs, in your San Jose's. But defense, they've got to find a way to really clog that paint and slow Marsden down from getting these inside looks and these offensive boards. As second chance opportunities are really hurting Brisbane State High at the moment, and Marsden are just running and stretching this floor because of those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, definitely so. And like, look, Brisbane State High can definitely get their way back into this one as well. They've got a wealth of talent out on the floor that can pull them back in. We just need to see more performance out of the likes of Tupou and Johnson, as you sort of said, which can absolutely happen. So, you know, it still really is anyone's game. So who knows how this one is going to unfold, but plenty of time left. So let's see how things unfold as we get back into things here.
Marsden can go inside. Fata chucks it up, gets it up somehow. Tupou brings it down for Brisbane. Looks to push. Boski's right there. Johnson gets it up over 2 defenders, but it comes down through the safe hands of Blake Chapman, who looks to push straight away from Marsden. Open 3 in the corner. That's long. Chapman tracks that down as well. Gets it up and hits the deck. No call, but makes the basket for Marsden. 16-point lead now with 7 minutes, 20 seconds left. Here
Yeah,
in the fourth.
takes it to that half century now for Marsden. 16 points the advantage, so still work to be done here from Brisbane State High, and that 3 from Chang isn't going to help, unfortunately. Just bouncing off the front of the rim, sending Marsden on the attack once again.
Round it goes.
Forced shot there from Marsden. No good on that occasion either. Beasley unable to produce the goods. Chang can't land that one either, and it does bounce into him while he's out of court as well. So a very unfortunate one there for Brisbane State High. So it will be Marsden ball out of bounds.
Yeah, tough break there for Chang. Aggressively driving in. That's really hard to do, is slow the ball down so that it doesn't clang off the backboard like it did, and then Kid Chang just unable to catch a break, unfortunately, on the baseline.
Dombrowski, that one's strong and over the top as Tupou pulls down the defensive rebound. Ball rattles around. It does come off the leg of Tupou, so unfortunately for Brisbane State High, it will be a Marsden ball out of bounds. And State High going to go straight and call some subs. Oh, no, apologies. Marsden does have some subs, though. Thought I saw the State High coach calling for it.
Yep, Beasley checking We're just dip below 4 minutes left here in this CBSQ Sophomore gold medal game. See some subs checking in for Marsden. Ashton Crozier and Cecilia checking in for Marsden. Johnson overcooks the first one. A little bit long, back irons it. Second one's up. Same thing happens, unfortunately, for Brisbane State High. Marsden look to push the ball up the court. Brisbane State High do a good job in transition D, hustling back of themselves. It's going to be off Johnson, going to be Marsden ball once more. Farter got himself a little bit trapped in the air that time. Got lucky. The Johnson tip. Ball's in now. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Marsden get it in and knock it down. Kobe Farter wasn't initially looking to get that shot off. Defenders gave him space, so he knocked down the long two. Johnson creates his own space, tracks down his own rebound, fights to get it back up and does. Excuse me. And once more, it's a 13-point game with 3 minutes and 7 seconds left. Broski. Chapman now, resetting at the top. One way, then the other. That's Cassini moving. Can't get the ball to drop though, and Brisbane look to flick it ahead through to Cassini. Chang's trailing.
Great help defense stepping across there from Marsden State High as well. It wasn't good enough though, unfortunately, as Brisbane State High come through with the goods. It was a great help play coming up the floor to add the two.
And San Jose timed his run perfectly. Tupou tracks that one down.
Ollie Johnson, 2 feet in the paint, fires that one to the rim. It doesn't land though, unfortunately. The lead's still at 11 at the moment for Marsden. Great screen here at the half, helps Kobe Farter get around traffic. There is contact on that one though. That's going to go against Asher San Jose.
Looks like we've got a timeout coming here for Brisbane.
You're exactly spot on. Timeout to Brisbane State High. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the final quarter. They trail by 11. Still anyone's game, I'd say, though, Mal. 11 points is not a lot when you look at some of the talent that we've got out on the floor here.
No, and look, Brisbane State High in that last 30 seconds or so really showing what they can do. They can really push in numbers, get out, run the court, stretch Marsden more than they're willing to be stretched in the last little bit there. Really forcing the issue for them. Marsden really need to take a deep breath here. Realise they've got to get back on defense as best they can, slow down their offense as much as they can. The clock is their friend as long as they use it wisely. If they're throwing the ball away or going for really fast, quick possessions, really looking for that early that'll do shot, that's going to allow Brisbane to get back into this one. If they're looking for the right shot, the best opportunity to score, then that is a smart use of the clock and will potentially lead them to a gold medal. Considering we've got 2 minutes and 12, it is still possible for Brisbane, but Marsden at the moment hold all the cards.
Yeah, especially with free throws to come here as well for Kobe Farter. The first one, it didn't help though, unfortunately. A little bit off to the right.
No, I'd say fatigue checking in for a little bit of, for both of these teams realistically, because to start the game from the free throw line, they were shooting at a fairly high clip, but now it's been a little bit woeful as fatigue has stepped in.
Ollie Johnson through the lane, finds the bottom of the net, adds 2 to the tally for Brisbane State High as the gap continues to close. It's now down to 10. Almost a steal there for San Jose, but Blake Chapman gets through. Can't land the bucket. Will go to the line for a couple of freebies though.
And that's almost a little too easy for Johnson down there. Marsden really need to step that up just a little bit more.
Substitution for Ollie Johnson as well, so he's going to take a break. That hurts. That really hurts Brisbane State High if that's 5.
Yep.
Chapman, first one goes down cleanly. Takes Marsden to 54, 1 minute 50 still to play here.
And Coach Jake Allen sending, excuse me, sending Crozier and Farter back on defense. He's stretching the floor defensively now.
It's Brisbane State High look to respond. San Jose tries to go through the lane. A lot of contact there from Saw Jimmy Wynn. So picks up the foul. That is also 5 team fouls. So 2 more free throws to come now for Brisbane State High. And every bucket really does help here for State High as well. So 2 free throws would make a pretty big difference if they can make these, because the more points you can score while the clock is stopped, the better. First one from San Jose, a little bit flat, just coming off the back of the rim and bouncing out.
Yeah, really fired out of that hand. It wasn't the soft touch we've seen from him. It's a little better. It's a little better.
Hey, he went through the bottom of the net. That's all that matters.
Oh, can't argue the result. Can't argue the result.
Gap back to 11 now. Marsden through Dombrowski. Turns on the Jets, drives baseline, hands it off to Blake Chapman. Brilliant finish from Chapman underneath, obviously with the assist from Dombrowski. So see now it's going to be Elijah Tupou in control of the offense for Brisbane State High. Steps straight into a long 3. It doesn't go down, ball's kicked around, and does eventually go out of bounds off Marsden State High. So Brisbane to maintain possession here on the out of bounds. Fresh 14 seconds on the shot clock as well. They go inside to Tupou. Tupou fires one off the glass, and a great finish at that. 2 more to the tally, and Marsden State High going to call a couple of substitutions here. Get some fresh legs out onto the court. 46-57.
Yeah, minute 12 left. Make sure everyone feels it.
Dombrowski, long pass to get it over the halfway. Blake Chapman kicks it back out to the 3. 2 feet in the paint though, foul underneath. So more free throws to come here for Marsden State High. It's not helping Brisbane's case, unfortunately.
No, another trip to the free throw line. Not the outcome Brisbane were looking for here today. And obviously as more and more time comes off the clock and more free throws drop for Marsden through Fasicilia. Look, looks like it's going to be 3 silvers in a row across all their boys teams, which of itself is one heck of an achievement. Let's not kid ourselves.
Absolutely. Like, it is a massive achievement in of itself. 3 ball there, no good, unfortunately, for Clarick. Marsden State High come down with it. They tried to go up high, but contact up high. Brisbane's coach really not happy about that one. Brett Susi up in arms about the contact up high, but at the end of the day, you can't really argue that. They went up for the alley-oop. He tried to go and catch it to make the alley, and there was contact that wiped him off his line. So there really isn't much that you can do about that. That seems a pretty straightforward call to me.
Yeah, I'd agree, but you know, it's been a big couple of days here and long season. And you always, when you're in the coach's box, coach's seat, coach's shoes, even if they are Travis Scott's, you're going to see things a certain way, and that's exactly what Coach Susi is feeling right now.
Dombrowski hustles for the rebound, can't quite get there. It does end up coming off his hand. So Brisbane State High possession on the sideline. They do call a timeout as well. 40 seconds to play here in the final quarter. 46-59. I'm going to try and obviously run a play here, State High, but I think it might be a little bit too late for them, unfortunately. Now 13 points the difference, 40 seconds to play. It would have to be a very quick possession and almost an immediate foul to then try and stop the clock again.
Look, it's going to be Reggie Miller-esque, I think, you know, for them to bring it back. But hey, if they do, cool. We're going to about to see some, you know, effectively a basketball miracle. which I'm totally down for. I'm okay for that if it does happen. But, fighting right to the end, there's nothing wrong with that. Drawing things up, executing. You've got to also remember too, this is CBSQ Sophomore. These boys have a long high school career left here with, hopefully for their team, for their school at Brisbane State High. And look, they want to fight for this one all the way to the end, which, look, let's go for it. Let's do it.
Yeah, out of bounds possession has been advanced, obviously, with the ruling for the timeout in the last 2 minutes. As Elijah Tupou takes a three, the first one misses. They're going to have another run at it. This time it's Chang. That one misses as well. They continue to get the offensive rebounds. Now San Jose fires a three. Wynn gets the rebound, kicks it off to Dombrowski. And Marsden State High, you're going to get the ball over the halfway. Brisbane State High, I think they tried to foul. They didn't actually end up getting it. San Jose now goes on the run. Dombrowski's there. The handoff to Tupou is there. They get the handoff. They add the 2 points to the tally. So now in the last couple of seconds of this match, 48-59 the score. Unless Marsden State High decide to take another bucket to close things out. I think they'll hold it and call it at that. Marsden State High 59, Brisbane State High 48. Marsden, the champions here of CBSQ Sophomore in 2023, and Mao, what a game they had.
Yeah, they definitely did. It was really tight early on, tight first quarter. They were able to stretch a little bit of a lead. And most importantly, whilst Brisbane State High were able to make runs, Marsden were able to hold onto this lead and really, really stamp their foot on the game in the end. But Brisbane was still in it for, let's say, look, realistically down to the last minute. I really felt like they were still there. They still believed. They were still trying to fight for it, but it was a really solid game and performance from both teams. Yeah,
absolutely. Again, a big congratulations to Marsden State High, the 2023 champions of CBSQ Sophomore, and a very, very well-fought silver medal for Brisbane State High. Both teams having a fantastic tournament here down on the Gold Coast, fighting all the way through to this final match to claim those 2 medals. That does wrap us up here from CBSQ Sophomore for 2023, though. Again, a huge thank you to Basketball Queensland for bringing this event online, live and free. It's not often that you do get to watch these kind of tournaments without having to pay a cent. So a big, big thank you for their support throughout this year, bringing this one onto YouTube for you guys to tune in to watch. A huge thank you to my co-commentator, Mal Crawford from Ball Don't Lie, for your commentary and jumping on board with me, providing the expertise. To my team throughout as well, Lockie Baldwin jumping on the camera and helping produce. And of course, from myself, Regan Baker from the stream team, thank you so much for tuning in. That wraps us up here for tournament basketball in 2023 from Basketball Queensland and the stream team. We will catch you next year as we continue with more live basketball online.